We knew what they were going to photograph. I had to get my body in a place that she hadn't seen that before.
Right.
He had to do the same, in his way. And he had to capture it in a way that's not been done before. And we had to fight with a certain level of savagery, that we haven't seen before in this world.
Yo, Jonathan, first of all, amazing job on this film. I absolutely loved it. You got me cheering for Dame at points throughout this movie. First question I have for you is, who did you kind of base, or did you use anybody as inspiration when crafting Dame?
Use everybody. Use everybody, and some folks stick. Some people, some fighters kind of match, But for the most part, a lot of that was due to my my boxing coach, Rob Sally, and my acting partner, Michael B. Jordan, who had a very clear way. I had to compliment him, and I also had to tell my character story via body movement, and Rob Sally is an encyclopedia of fighters. And so he knew everyone who used any type of move. He knew those guys,
right?
And could give me references and lots of YouTube videos, but none specific. Just everybody.
Because he was a raw fighter. I feel like Dame was a raw fighter, right?
And also a pure fighter in a way too. Yeah.
Talking about Michael B. Jordan, he knocked us out of the park. Yeah. That last fight between Dame and Creed is probably the best fight of any of them in any of the Rocky or Creed franchises, I think. Can you talk to me about what he brought, what his directing style, what he brought to Creed?
Intention. That was his intention. He'll say to you, when you speak to him, he wants to do something different, and both of us wanted to do something great. We knew what they were going to photograph. I had to get my body in a place that she hadn't seen that before.
Right.
He had to do the same, in his way. And he had to capture it in a way that's not been done before. And we had to fight with a certain level of savagery, that we haven't seen before in this world. So and I'll leave the anime stuff to him because he has his lexicon on that stuff is just out of the roof. I mean, so he was referencing things that he knew, from his childhood and just things he loved so much, and that intention and love were very much and ambition.
Right.
We're in those final rounds for sure.
Like I was saying earlier, I found myself rooting for Dame at a lot of points in this film. Do you think we've seen the last of Dame in this franchise?
That's above my pay grade. But I know Dame is. We tried to make a character that was so full that I don't think he's empty at the end of the film. So I think there's still more that can be. There's still more you can do if called upon.
Now, I noticed when I was watching the film, correct me if I'm wrong, but Dame comes out to Nipsey Hussle both times. In preparation for this film, what is some of the music that you kind of used to kind of inform who Dame was?
A bit of a gift that Mike did with that because I played Nipsey the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, on my speaker. I played it the whole time when we were working. And as much to his chagrin, because I don't watch, you know what I mean, and I won't watch. He was like, someone said it in the interview, and I went, "What? You put Nipsey in the?" And he said, "Yeah, bro, that's your man." I was like, "Hell yeah, that's my man." So, yeah. So it was Nipsey. I was actually listening to a lot of Nipsey, a lot of Tupac, while I was, building it. Those guys were people's champ.
Yeah.
And
I grew up in the Crenshaw district. Like literally, that was the
Oh, so you already know?
I already knew. Yeah. Like literally, his store is about 5 blocks from where I grew up.
Wicked. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Look, man, amazing job. You're an amazing actor, amazing performer. Thank you so much for your time, man. We're living in your moment right now. So thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
Letting me be a part of it. I appreciate
thanks,
you.
Man.